So Tribe, one of the common themes I find nowadays with just a lot of people in humanity is that many people, it, being someone who uses a lot of critical thinking and common sense, we have a lot of people who really just don't want to logically use common sense. And it becomes very frustrating when you're, especially in workspaces, where people are asking you questions and you like, literally, like, in your mind, like, are you really asking me this? This is something that's just so basic. Why are you asking me this? And it's so sad to see in a space where, in time, where we have so many resources, that there are so many people who are just lazy. This is insanely wild to me. No one should have to be in a space where we're telling you just things that are common sense. This society definitely is creating people who just, they don't want to think anymore. They want other people to do it for them. That's crazy to me. I tell you, I just don't get it. And my thing is, why do a lot of folks want everybody else to fix their shit? It's like, come on now. You have it within you to, change the trajectory of your life. No one is here to do things just for you. I mean, come on now. Let's start using some logic here. Let's start using our brains more. Yes, we have a lot of good tools and resources, but they're only effective if you utilize them. People are so afraid to utilize all these new tools that is out here. What are you afraid of? I just don't get it. It's like, to me, like, I know with AI coming on and all these different tools that have been integrated, a lot of folks are, talking about how scared they are that their jobs are going to be taken. My thing is, I feel like this: ain't nobody taking nothing from me, period. If anything, I always am curious about things, so I play with things and I try things out, because the only way you're going to know if something really is effective or working is if you take the time to try to discover it and unpack it. Otherwise, it's of no benefit. I keep telling people all the time, especially at work, I'm like, listen, if you utilize the tools that the organization puts into place, just imagine how much more powerful you would be, because you'll be finding information that you can apply to you. Find answers. And when you can't find the answers, yeah, then reach out. But nobody wants to even take the first step of just even trying to discover info, or just even trying to learn something new. Yes, learning something new can be a little scary, but if you keep taking the time to do it, it works out. You just got to find your own way. Like currently at work, we do have like some AI stuff that we are utilizing. I'm trying to really work on a way of using Copilot to kind of summarize some of my notes and stuff. And so I'm just figuring out how to utilize that tool with what I do. And I've been actually pretty good at finding some ways, but I'm really trying to maneuver things a little more to make it work for me. Because I'm going to make what works for me work for me. Can it be frustrating? Absolutely, it can be frustrating when you're learning something new. But damn, why does people just not want to learn anything? It just blows my mind daily. And I'm like, this thing with folks just not wanting to not ask question, but not wanting to do anything and wanting you to do everything for them is wildly insane to me. And another thing I'm noticing too is during this retrograde, I don't know if y'all have noticed, I've noticed like more so, a lot of people are definitely reacting. A lot of people's energy is kind of sort of nasty. And then some people's energy is like, I don't care. You do it. I noticed that a lot this particular retrograde. And one of the things I keep saying to myself is, this will get better, and shift and move out those people that I just don't want to come into contact with, period. But I noticed, yeah, a lot of even my peers have been getting a lot of people with nasty energy, but I've been getting people with some nasty energy. But what's interesting is I'm just like, I'm not doing that with you. As people have come in and spoke with me, they come in nasty, and then, I'm always real light, and I help them, and by the end of the call, they're like totally transformed and different. They're like, "Thank you. I'm sorry for the be." I'm not doing that with you. But yeah, I noticed that this retrograde, which will be over on the 23rd, thank God, because we've had a lot of systems issues. I noticed. I can't wait for it to be over. I cannot wait, because I'm just done with the glitches with the system and the lagging, and over it. But how has your retrograde been as well? And what have you been observing lately? Because that's what I want to know. During these times, especially where there's a split in the world, and you can literally see there are people who just like mentally are not there, and who just don't want to get it, and who don't want to do anything to fix it, relying on other people to fix their issues. But then you have those who are, listen, I'm trying to move, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to evolve, all of that. But yeah, it's been an interesting retrograde, but I'm grateful that through this time, I've also had some eye-opening things that helped me, during this time, to really come and understand myself even more better. But what have you learned this retrograde? I'm curious to know. Listen, you guys have a great day, but I love observing things, and I like watching patterns of behaviors. I am a pattern watcher, and I'm grateful that oftentimes, like, some of the oddest things come to me, but I peep things that I need to understand and know, because I'm always looking at, how do I fit into a picture? How do I operate in this space and environment that's crazy and toxic and a lot of foolishness? But honey, don't let none of these people get on your last nerves, because they for surely will. But anyway, you guys have a great day. Be amazing. And yeah, let me know how your retrograde been going, and also what are some of the things you've been observing lately. See y'all later. Love you guys. Bye.